This is for Year 12 methods. It comes out of the product rule questions in 9J. It's question 1I. Okay, so I have two things that have been multiplied, so I'm going to use the product rule. I'm going to make u equal to x squared, which means u dash is equal to 2x. And I'm going to make v equal to x squared plus 2 to the power of 1/3, because it is the cubic root. And when I take this derivative, I've got a chain rule inside of here. So I've got 1/3 times x squared plus 2x. And that's to the 1/3 minus 1, which is minus 2/3. And then the derivative of the inside is 2x plus 2. And I can see I've got a common factor there of a 2. So I'm going to rewrite that as 2/3 x squared plus 2x to the minus 2/3, and then that gives me x plus 1. So taking out the common factor of the 2. So now I'm ready to do the product rule, and I'd be saying that y dash equals u times v dash. So I've got 2/3 x squared plus 2x to the minus 2/3, and then x plus 1, plus this one times this one, which is 2x, x squared plus 2x to the 1/3. Now I'm looking for common factors. I can take a 2 out, so I've got a 2. I've got a fraction of a third, so I'm going to take the third out as well. I've got an x squared and I've got an x, so I can take an x out. Of this bracket here, x squared plus 2x. I've got minus 2/3 and I've got positive 1/3, so minus 2/3 is the smaller of them, and I don't have an x plus 1 over here. So that's all the common factors that I have. I can take out the 2 because I've got a 2 in both of them. I wanted to take out the 1/3 so that I didn't have fractions left inside here, and I can take out of this factor of x squared plus 2x to the negative 2/3. So what am I going to be left inside here with? Well, the 2/3 has totally gone out the front. One of the x's, so I'm left with an x, and all of that went out, and then I'm left with the x plus 1. So the 2/3 went out the front. Of the x squared, one of them went out the front, so that leaves me with an x. All of this went out the front, and then I'm left with x squared plus 1. Plus the 2 went out the front, the x went out the front. However, I also divided by 1/3, and 1 divided by 1/3 is 3. And then x squared plus 2x to the negative 2/3 went out the front, so therefore that's left with 1, because the difference between minus 2/3 and positive 1/3 is 1. So now to do my cleanup, I'm going to have in here I've got x squared plus x plus 3x squared plus 6x, which gives me 4x squared plus 7x. So I've got 2x over 3 times this times x squared plus 2x to the 2/3, and then I'm left with 4x squared plus 7x, and I can see a common factor of x in there, so it's going to give me 2x squared outside of 4x plus 7 over 3 times x squared plus 2x to the power of 2/3, and that's going